Yeah, I just got the notification, so we are.
Good. Whee! So pro.
Yeah, I know. What's going on, people? How are you doing? Woo! We are here.
Kickball.
Are you ready to talk some kickball? It is KBKL podcast, week 6 review, look into week 7. I am your host, CJ Cobra Kai, here with Matt Papa Pryor.
Hello.
We got Ben Hutnick.
We really need some ladies up here.
Yeah, we do. And then we have Jason Cougar-Quag.
So 2 boys from New Mexico. I can't say Texas forever.
You're dead.
Sure, man.
You're dead to me. We have Jason Barr.
You got to say something.
Hi. I waved.
And then Seth Sanchez.
Don't call me dirty. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's just bad.
I really like the Seth Supersport Sanchez.
I like Super Sport also.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We are here live at the Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts. Every Tuesday, come on down here. $2.50, almost anything. Thanks, Rick, for having us here.
Thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Rick.
Don't really have a sponsor this week,
We have
although
4 sponsors.
we do.
We have 4, we're talking about all of our 4 new teams this week.
Okay, that's right.
And we'll get into each of them as we discuss the games. But we have 4 new teams this year that hopefully will all be represented here tonight.
Yes.
And hopefully back next year.
And hopefully back next year as well.
All right, going into the housekeeping cleaning stuff, we got cleanup this week, Das Boot, Corksuckers, and Muddy Waters. So, that out of the way, let's get to some games. Yeah. YSC 1, 5 o'clock, Bad News Bagels 11, Brew Ballers 9. Anybody watch this game?
I already ref this game.
Okay.
It seemed that, Brew Ballers had control of the game. Both of them made their shared mistakes. One didn't know how to bunt. Apparently, it was fast as heck. And it and some other people just were cowboy out running and basically got themselves out. But at one point, it was like, I think it was like 8-6, and credit to the Bad News Bagels, they found a way to get runners on and take the lead, make it, I think, 11-9, and then find a way to win. So,
Is this the Bagels' first win of the season?
no, it's
Second?
second.
Okay.
Second. I
Yeah,
believe
they beat
Repetition.
Repetition.
Yeah. So, look at the Bagels. They're definitely a far cry from what they were the past 2 previous years. They're definitely rebuilding mode. But give them credit. They pulled it off against Brew Ballers, they're the Brew Ballers. Sorry.
They came back in the 9th on this one, right?
Who did?
The Bagels.
They did. Yeah. They came back in the 9th to take the lead on the Brew Ballers. So give them credit for that. So, there's Davis.
I was talking to Adrian, and he said the clutch play for Bagels was there was a bunt, and their defensive guy caught it, and the guy on first shot off, and then the catcher didn't know what to do, and he rocketed up to first, and it was an overthrow.
Yeah.
And Adrian was in left field, and everybody just kind of stood around.
Right.
Didn't know what to happen, and that was where that lead changed.
That's true. As Duran did catch that bunt, he threw it the first, trying to get the runner. Because according to Adrian, Duran never makes that play, throwing the first, try to get the double play, and the throw went awry. Adrian didn't back up the throw, and he actually went around and scored a run. So.
Okay. 7 o'clock game, YSC 1, Johnny's Tavern 19, Nick Lerner's Homies.
Johnny's
14.
Tavern, one of our new teams. Johnny's Tavern.
Yeah.
The original out of 9 locations, 401 North 2nd Street. 1953, Johnny's Tavern was born. Longest running tap in town, home of the KU Rugby Club. Most of whom make up the Johnny's Tavern team, I believe.
Yes. Cougar, you want to go give your point, and then we have a counterpoint after that?
They basically
Johnny's Tavern. No, I'm just kidding.
matched us early. They had like in one inning they got 2 home runs. One could have been a home run if the first baseman, the Arts, interfered, and Tim tried to stretch the home run, but he grounded third to home. I caught him and I touched third. Either way, I felt like Charlie Sheen and Major League, all these balls going up my head and being home runs.
You're used to that.
Oh, I'm used to that. I already got like 5 home runs this season. Oh yeah, it's true. So
Okay, we have Tim Fredrickson from Johnny's. What do you got for us, bud?
Well, first off, Cougar, it was a really fun time playing against you.
Likewise, Steve. Thank you.
I kind of miss being on the other side, but I do like being on the winning side a little bit.
That's nice. That's nice.
What I got from the game is that our team finally got our kicks going, figured out where they needed to go. We found a couple weaknesses in the outfield, and we exploited them. We had a little bit of help from the wind. It was carrying the balls a little bit more. But, you didn't really bring up the fact that you guys kind of started coming back and kind of put us in a scare. You guys had a couple of really good innings where you were scoring 4 on us, and we were making really stupid mistakes and, looking like a fresh team,
Yeah, the first 5 innings, we just couldn't score. I thought to myself, gosh, are we going to get shut out again? It's like it was threatening to do so. And finally, 6th inning got at least 1 run, and then got more afterwards. Yeah, you just got 4 runs in the 6th inning, 4 runs in the 7th inning, and surprisingly, a nice little comeback. And Derek Davis told me, he's like, you think they were basically going back and forth, but we got ourselves in trouble, like being falling 8-9-0 against you guys. But yeah, you guys can mash, and go to the defense. But to our credit, to our team, we didn't give up and got our kicks on, going to third base on the left field, and nice little comeback. But
14 to zip at one point.
Yep, 14 at one point. We fell short, but.
I also think it's cute how Tim was curiously absent before the game, but showed up to talk trash
Oh, you're
afterwards.
fine. Yeah, thanks, Tim.
As always, I blame this game on Jeff Hauber. So,
He had 0. And this is true. The Scouts honor.
okay.
Not 1. He missed
YSC
1. He missed 1.
5 o'clock. Liberty Hall late fees 2. Leeway Franks 9. Anybody got anything?
Feel bad for the Leafies, I guess.
Yeah.
Aaron was on that bandwagon last week. I think everybody else picked the Wieners, though.
Or
50 minutes.
50 minutes. Wow.
5-0. That's what I heard. Wow. That's a very quick game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
YSC 2, 7 o'clock. Repetition Coffee 7. Grandstand Glass Kickers 6. And it looks like do we have anyone from Repetition here?
I don't think we have anybody from Repetition here, but
Repetition Coffee, housed at 900 New Jersey. Available at the Farmers Market, the Bourgeois Pig, Alchemy, the Merc, Hank Charcuterie, and Leeway Franks.
I had
One
that
of our
copy
new-
at the farmer's market. It's like
Yep.
hangover heaven.
one of our brand new teams with their first win, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good for them.
They are local coffee roasters. They roast their own beans. They're quite good.
Yeah.
And yes, it is a great hangover cure at the farmers market every Saturday morning.
Johnny's also had their first win.
Oh, yeah, Johnny's the first one. That's true.
But you guys are well overdue.
Fine. You like this? You like this sympathy clap?
You don't get credit for getting your first week or your first win 5 weeks after you were supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm still bitter about that. And this was a comeback in the 9th as well. So they
Jesus, what's with all the comebacks?
Yeah, it's that week. They were down 6-2 and scored 5 in the 9th to go ahead, and then held on.
Spit on my beer there. Jesus.
Just keep that away from me.
Yeah. So that's it? All right. YSC 3, 5 o'clock. Oh, we didn't play that game. You're out. Yeah.
That was a really low-scoring game.
Yeah, 0-0. No, that game will be made up this week at 3 o'clock, Holcomb Red. We had, I think, 7 players in Denver this week, including myself. So, and Muddy Waters had a couple themselves. So, yeah, we're playing that next week. YSC 3, 7 o'clock. Das Boot 5. Chalmers is 11. Phil, where you at, buddy? Phil plays on Wildman, proprietor of Wildman. Also ref this game. So, Phil, what do you got for us?
Yeah, it's a good game. I went into it a little bit worried because they're high-powered teams, evenly matched, and it ended up being like they were both really classy about everything because tensions can rise when you're playing like that, and it was a really fun game. Everyone was really cool. Offense on both teams was pretty strong, pretty even, and it came down to defense is what settled that game. Das Boot just had a lot of errors kind of all over the place, just throughout the entire game.
Were they forced into errors, or were they just self-inflicted?
Both. I
Both?
mean, I would say maybe around 10 or so, could even
wow.
been a little more. It was just kind of all over the place.
Just curious, I saw that Chalmers has kind of jumped out ahead early, like 4-0, 5-0 in the first inning. Did it seem like Das Boot was a little bit rusty, seeing as how they hadn't played a game since mid-June because of scheduling conflicts and rainouts and all that?
On defense, yeah, offense looked good. It was just Chalmers have really tight defense. I mean, almost no errors. I really like watching those guys play because especially their infield just is like clockwork. Everyone knows where to get the ball. Once they get it, they don't mess up a lot. The outfield wasn't really making any mistakes. So, yeah, they're playing at the top of their game.
Cool. Thanks,
I
Phil.
know Das Boot can, I've reffed other games where they weren't making a lot of errors, so I know that's not standard for them. They just happens.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Phil. YSC 4, 5 o'clock, Merchants of Death 18, Sacred S-Word 7. I thought this was going to be a lot closer.
I did too.
Anybody got anything on this game?
I was way wrong on this one.
Derek, what do you got for us, buddy?
It was a great game. We played them last year, and I think it was like 7-8, 10-9, something like that. But we came out swinging. We had the wind blowing out to the right field, which helped us immensely. They really didn't take advantage of it as much as they probably could have. They had a couple deep ones, but they just didn't go that far. Big shout out to one of our new ladies, Dottie. She she had one bounce over the fence for a triple, 2 RKI. Burned the left fielder twice. It was just a good game. Our offense was rolling. We let a few runs go through that we probably shouldn't, but I mean, all in all, it was a fun game to play.
Cool.
Did you kick for a cycle?
No.
Did you pop up?
I had a sacrifice fly to center for 2 runs.
That's a pop-up.
Another sacrifice.
Yeah.
Put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, Derek.
I don't know who the scorekeeper was, but I thought this note was cute. Mike and Adam got into a yelling match in the dugout, then kissed and made up. They're still together.
He was the left fielder getting burned all the time.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
would explain the yelling, I suppose.
Yeah. YSC 4, 7 o'clock, Free State Growlers 8, Channel 6, 9. Seth.
I'm shocked. Go ahead, Seth.
Yeah, we were a little bit shocked
From
too.
what I've gathered, this was a walk-off as well.
This was a walk-off, yeah. So through 4 innings, we were up, or through 3.5, we were the away team, 3.5, we were up 7-0.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, we were up 7-0. We had turned 4 double plays in the first 5 innings.
Wow.
Things were definitely going our way, and they had made a few uncharacteristic errors. I think they had a new girl playing on the rover position, and she didn't know she had a tag at third on not a force play, things like that. And then they just started chipping away the top of their lineup.
Looks like it, yeah. Looking at the score sheet right now, it looks like they just, yeah.
It was just a lot of Isaac, Angela, and I can't remember who batted
A
third.
few here, a couple there. Yeah, top 4 batters for the most part.
Yeah.
Angela, I mean, we couldn't keep her off the base pass. And Drew bats, okay, third. But yeah, so they took the lead on us in the top of the 8th. They went up, what did they go up? 8-7.
Yeah.
8-7. And then we had a crazy play. Top of the 9th inning, we were down 1. I was on first base with nobody out, and Torrey bunted up the first base line. And there was a bang-bang play at first where the ball kind of basically met his foot while his foot met the first base bag. And he got ruled out, but in the process, he kicked the ball all the way out into the right field corner. So I was able to score from first base and tie it up. And then they came up in the bottom of the 9th, and it took like 30 seconds, and they beat us.
Yeah. I saw the live video of that.
Yeah.
So I can't remember who filmed that. I think it was Jake Friedman. So good job, Jake.
Yeah.
That was fun watching that in Denver.
Good use of Facebook Live.
Yeah,
by
definitely.
Werner and
Definitely.
Friedman.
It was much appreciated.
We've got 2 good games out that way.
Yeah, exactly.
But props to Jay and Aaron, and closer to the bottom of the Channel 6 lineup. They were the ones that scored the 2 in the 9th on a home run.
Well, just
looks
the
like.
one, really.
Well, yeah, they credited him with 2, but whatever.
Yeah.
You kick a home run, you get both
Yeah.
runs, right?
Well, I think they kind of gave up after the ball landed.
Yeah, the ball skipped past our right fielder, and they had a guy who had hurt his ankle on first base, and he was able to still make it all the way around because the ball rolled all the way to the wall. So
Yeah.
So it's like a phantom home run.
it was very fancy.
Pretty much. Okay, Holcomb left, 5 o'clock. Rockets, 18. Red Lion 20. Jesus, this was a high-scoring
Yeah.
game.
I think this might be the highest scoring game of the week. 'Cause it's very uncharacteristic for our
Both
team.
teams.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, the Rockets have some people that can kick.
Yeah, but their defense usually doesn't give up that many runs.
Yeah, that's
so-
true. I don't know if it was just the heat or what. It wasn't like there was a whole lot of errors, but there was a lot of well-placed kicks. They were beating us deep early and shallow late. And felt kind of like we squeaked it out. But it was a really fun game. We shared the dugout since it was like 130 degrees in the other one. Credit to Nick Lerner. He short-happed a couple and left, and then threw out 2 separate people trying to take third on him. So a little vintage Lerner there. Props to Liz from the Rockets. She dropped a one into short right over the first baseman's head. And I think the bases were loaded, so they got a couple runs off of that one.
Okay.
But all in all, it was a solid win, I think.
Cool. Holcomb left, 7 o'clock. Kansas Tree Care 9. Happy Shirt 7? What?
How long has it been?
35 games.
I looked this up.
games, yeah. The
It's
last
roughly 1,050 days since they last
the last
lost.
game they lost was the 2013 championship game.
Who was that
Against
too?
Star Bar.
Yeah, Star Bar, Barracudas. Jesse, what do you got for us, girl? We have someone from KTC
The end of an era. It's the end of an era.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
yeah. What do you got for us, Jesse?
I honestly have no idea what happened. Me and my cousins were all hungover from our family reunion.
Your cousins are.
Alex and Noah McKee,
Yes.
and we had like 4 people from our team not even there. Hannah's in Madagascar. We were just happy to score 2 runs when it was, or we were just like, it's gonna be what it is, and then. I don't know, I just blacked out and all of a sudden we won. I didn't actually black out, I just was like, that didn't happen, did it? I was like, I don't understand.
I think they call that being in the zone.
Well, no, Quinn has this thing where, if game of the week, he didn't even play. He wasn't even playing. And then 99.9% of the time, he bunts. People don't expect him to. The second time I ever saw him do this, he just booted one right out over everyone's head because they scooted up, and that just got in so many runs. It was insane. Yeah, Quinn was
Good job.
huge. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
bombed
I
it
got-
to deep right center. And
Yeah,
kicked in
something,
two. Yeah.
Still a little bitter with Paul on how he got me out. I'm still in pain from that one.
Yeah. There was some.
That's my only injuries from that game was getting hit midair right in the crotch and then falling to the ground in pain.
And when was this, in the 9th?
Yeah, so I was the last out. So he just turned around and whipped it at me, and I was like, I would have preferred if you hit me somewhere even in my face. He's like, yeah, but then you would have been safe, so I kind of had to.
That's a kickball veteran right there.
Yeah. Go for the crotch.
He didn't even say sorry.
I haven't actually heard the full story of this game. I just heard bits and pieces. You guys were down to your last out before you even started the rally? Is that what I heard?
So that was the insane part, and
She was blacked out. She doesn't remember.
I don't know what happened to her.
Until she got hit, she was pretty much blacked out.
yeah, I was just like, I'm just drinking beers. I don't care what's happening. And I'm like, I went in actually kind of assuming we might lose just because of our situation
Yeah.
with new people. But then also, I don't know if this had any help with it, but Kenny forgot his shirt, one of his shirts. I was like,
Shocker! And he forgot a shirt.
it was in a different bag and he was late, and I always wear 2 shirts when I first come, so I was like, I was wearing my tank top on, but I knew I had to give that one to him because he wasn't going to wear the one with sleeves.
No.
And then so I get it back at the end of the game, obviously soaking wet. He just slid multiple times. There's a hole and there's blood on it. And I was like, I don't know if I should switch shirts with him, wash it, or just frame it because this
Frame
game was just
it.
like,
That's why he doesn't wear shirts, because I always get fucked up.
Frame it, yeah.
Kenny forgetting his shirt is like Wild Man forgetting their manners.
But we also had hidden in our clipboard on a sheet. Hannah left us go kick ass, I miss you, blah, blah, blah. And it was hidden under some papers as this secret little message. It was cool.
Aw.
Nice.
Yeah, she's psyched in Madagascar right now.
Sweet. All right, thanks, Jesse.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jesse.
Okay, Holcomb Wright, 5 o'clock. Asteroid Head, 17. Leafy Greens, 2. Jason Barr, what do you got for us, buddy?
It was brutally hot, and Leafy Greens were a super fun team to play. Everybody really kind of seemed pretty focused, as far as between both teams. Like, I don't know, sometimes it can be weird if a team gets too far ahead, or if you're playing another team that is not fun to play. But I enjoyed playing them, and I'd say all around good time. We did have a triple play, which was something where they
Really?
Yeah, they threw from memory, it's like
outs.
somebody caught it at second base. I believe somebody at second base got out. They then threw to first base, got them out. Then they threw to third, and it was a missed play. So then the person from third is throwing towards home base, and then our catcher basically then deflected it into the person running into me. This was like you could have been playing yakety sax at this point. It was not intentional, really. I mean, it was just very lucky. But that was kind of that. I mean, everybody was just soaked in sweat, and I mean, sometimes you just show up, you're like, we just got to get through this game. It's so damn hot out here.
Yeah.
That wonky play might just be karmic retribution for Leafy Greens making it out with their face earlier in the year. Just guessing.
Leafy Greens is one of our new teams, one of our 4 new teams. Employees of Hillary's Eat Well, and I believe we have a representative here.
Chris, what do you got for us, bud?
Hi, Chris and Nick here.
Cool.
We're 2 of the new people on Leafy Greens, so I just want to say thanks for
Get up on that mic.
letting us come out and play with you guys. We're having a lot of fun in the league. Nick, you want to talk about a little bit about our game?
Sure.
Yeah.
Came across a situation towards the end of the game that
Was it a triple play?
No, it's actually a potential doping scandal.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about dope, so.
The name is Leafy Greens.
We were not not us. We are green in terms of how new we are.
Yeah.
All right.
The team we were playing against, though, I didn't know, but they had a fresh source of kombucha available to them at all times.
Vitalized.
They're vitalized.
They're vitalized by kombucha.
Their guts were purely regulated
True.
for the entire game.
Yeah.
That does seem kind of like an unfair advantage.
Slightly unfair.
We'll share next time. We'll share next time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, but it's been fun. It's been good.
Are you enjoying your time in the league so far?
Of course.
All right.
It's been
Great.
good.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yay, new teams.
Hillary's Eat Well employs 30 employees who produce, market, and sell organic, non-GMO burgers to the 325 million flexitarians. Locally, they're available at the Merck, Checkers, Natural Grocers, Hy-Vee, and Dillon's. Nationally at Whole Foods Markets, Natural Grocers, Safeway, and more. So,
Safeway, which is going to be in the old Borders bookstore.
yeah. They're pretty big on the West Coast. Okay.
And nice as hell.
And they're delicious.
Yeah. Okay, Holcomb Wright, 7 o'clock. Jazz House. Is that a 0? Wow, that is a 0. Rats, 3. Rick, what do you got for us, dude?
That is clearly a 0. 3-0 Rats. My team is awesome except when we suck, and we sucked. We played great defense. Our offense is not good, and when we're good, we get picked off on base. But brighter lights ahead. That's all I got, yeah. Kind of like Cougar.
From the peanut gallery, someone just yelled, "You sound like Cougar."
Kind of like Cougar, except that the people who are getting picked off have only been in the league that was their 6th game ever in their lives. So,
Ouch.
And then I have a teeny bit about the Happy Shirt game, if you guys want to hear it, because I didn't think you guys had heard, because I heard a lot about it from
Go ahead.
And basically, Happy Shirt was up 6-3 with 2 outs in the top of the 9th.
Wow.
Yeah,
Not every
and then
day.
you guys got the score sheets in front of you, and then KTC hung 6 runs on them.
Yep. Single, double the score one.
Yeah. So there was all kind of wah out there.
Was it poor defensive play or just good
No,
picks?
I don't think. I think it was all just fabulous kicks on the part of KTC. I don't think
It was, yeah.
They were just hitting gaps. There was a couple of them that went to the fence, the short fence out there, right, splitting the outfielders. KTC just really came alive.
They basically happy shirted happy shirt is what happened. There wasn't, happy shirt wasn't making a whole bunch of errors or anything like that. There just wasn't a whole lot they could do there.
Yeah.
And I guess we should probably mention also, you still got to be careful because when happy shirt came up in the bottom, Tyler laced one right on the right field line, almost to the fence, scored one, made it to third. But after him, the rally got killed. But when that happened, I was standing there thinking, here it comes.
No, I saw the Facebook Live that Nick Lerner had posted, and I saw that Chris Ford, who normally does not line out, line one right to Lou, so that kind of killed their rally. But
and he laid out for a catch, too, that could have...
All right, that's enough about that game.
Yep.
Once again, Jet House 0, Rats 3. Lions East, 5 o'clock. Redlegs, 11. Hertz Donut, D-Holes, 4. Finley, I see you in the crowd.
The Redlegs are also one of our new teams.
That they are?
If Dr. Finley would like to come up here and discuss the game.
He's not an actual doctor.
No, I know.
Dr. Lou.
I have to say, I thought this game was going to be closer.
I thought so, too. Well,
I thought you were going to
I did
lose.
too. Yeah, I was pretty surprised.
Good talk.
Yeah. Next game.
No, they had a few players out of town. Their regular third baseman was playing with El Guapo in Denver. So anytime you lose a third baseman,
Who's your third?
what's his name? Dave McMillan.
Oh, yeah.
I think him and Ariel trade, but I'm not really sure.
We have point and counterpoint here, so...
Yeah.
So Dave is our starting third baseman. Ariel fills in when he's not able to make it. Ariel will play first when Spencer isn't there or left field. He's our utility player.
Okay.
Sounds like a slave.
But we played really good defense and kicked really well. Got our lineup sorted out finally, I think. So we'll see how it develops from here. We got a really tough game next week. So.
I was able to watch a little bit of this game at Lions, and D-Holes were in position to score some runs in the middle innings there and had the meat of their order coming up with guys on base, and you guys were able to shut them down.
Yeah, we got a lot of double plays at catcher. Our catcher caught a couple of bunts that were then turned into a double play with the runner getting hit at one. So
this game is a good reminder, if you're the base runner, hit the orange bag, not the white bag. 'Cause that got a little bit contentious.
Yeah, did Bickle get warned? Did I hear that right? Yeah.
he just got a little close to the first baseman. He's got really broad shoulders. I don't know if super broad. And they clipped our first baseman's eyebrow. So
Just his eyebrow.
I got a little upset about it, but
Understandable.
Lath's shoulder does hit, or Lath's eyebrow does hit.
Who won the battle of yelling with the refs?
No one really yelled at the refs. Paul Santos, cheers to that guy. He handled the situation really well.
That's good.
He jumped in and, yeah. So. Actually, also shout out to Paul Santos. He reffed our game the week before and was amazing. I'm just going to say, he really was a force with some young refs and was able to kind of rein it in and almost be, I don't know, doing what he does that makes some people mad, but I thought it was great. Yeah, way to go, Paul.
All right. Good for it. Thanks, James.
Yep.
Cool. Lions East, 7 o'clock. Los Matadores, 24. Ladybird Harpies, 0. Dang, man.
Well, I, for one, am not going to be gargling Paul Santos's balls this week.
Ouch.
What happened?
We were pretty handicapped. We were missing a lot of players. Okay. We just sucked then.
No, it's okay. Tag team. Let
Yeah, I
make
was just going to
excuses.
say, we just got our asses handed to us. I mean, we dropped ball after ball.
Yeah, it was like 2011 Harpies playing up there.
When you make 2 or 3 errors on one kick,
Yeah.
you know, they're going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
I think we loaded up the bases a few times, but couldn't bring anyone in. And, you know, we actually had, 4 or 5 girls playing several innings.
Okay.
So Jill was playing first for us because we were missing our first baseman. We had a guy who'd never played before playing with us. So it was rough.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to say, I think if we were at full capacity, I don't know that we would have won, but we definitely wouldn't have gotten fucking shut out like this. So
Yeah, it would
They
have been
may
a much
not have
closer
scored
game
in every
had-
inning.
Yeah, had we had our whole team there and had Matt and Christina come straight from the airport from
Yeah.
LA, and you know.
Did Buzz Beach Ball wreak havoc on your lineup like it did ours?
Actually, it did.
Only,
Well, one guy.
Having
Yeah.
young people.
yeah.
I flew home from a festival in California, but I still made the game.
All right. Lions West, 5 o'clock. Goats, 10. Love Garden Squids,
Oh,
11.
close
Wow. Avery, I see you in the crowd. Why don't you come up and talk about it?
Another walk-off.
Oh, yeah. Another one. Jesus.
This was an amazing game to ref and watch, just FYI. Amazing.
Yeah, from a neutral standpoint, this will be a really fun game, and from my standpoint, I cussed a lot and probably almost like burst some blood vessels in my head.
Your freak out in the first inning on Shahir was one of the craziest things I've ever seen on a kickball field.
What happened?
It was so good.
Well, Shahir had a pregame speech about the importance of not getting doubled off, because we got doubled off 4 times in the Muddy Waters game, and then he proceeded to get doubled off in the first inning.
And Avery yelled at him from home plate, Shakir, have you ever played this fucking game before in your entire life?
And then he proceeded to get doubled off the next time he was up.
Oh,
So after 3 innings, we were down 8-0, and we
fought back.
We tied it at 8 by the 6th, and then we took the lead 10-8 into the top of the 9th. We had a good pump-up speech. And then we needed another pump-up speech in the bottom of the 9th, but I was too tired. I was melting. It was very hot out there. And their 11 kicker, Mackenzie, she, I think, was the first squid all day to kick on the first pitch, and she had a bunt. And I had a very poor throw to first base, and then we followed that up by dropping 2 pop-ups.
Oh.
So the bases were loaded, and then they just won it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Avery.
Okay. Lions West, 7 o'clock. Corksuckers, 3. Poshwash, 4. Aaron?
Close game.
Was this another walk-off, or is just...
I don't think so.
No, they just held at the end.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how many games are just like one-run games? This is
A lot.
insane.
Well, we're
Corksuckers took the lead
It's that
early
time of
on
year.
us, and we played really close back and forth. I don't think either team had big innings for scoring, obviously, but the defense for both teams was really good. It was a really fun game. They played their hearts out, missing their captains, so it was really fun. I think they're missing a few people. I don't know. It was a fun game. It was really hot. I almost blacked out twice. It was good.
Sweet.
It works
to be
for
going
Kansas
around.
Tree Care.
Okay.
All right.
All right, there we go.
Over to Hobbs.
Hobbs Park, undercard for Game of the Week. Ghosts, 11. Woos, 16. Katie Keating, see you, girl.
Kay don't
Come
look
on up.
happy. She don't look happy.
Own that, Mike.
I don't know where my teammate went, but he was gone this week. Costco was gone. We were missing like 3 or 4 people that are normally in our lineup.
Were they at Buzz Beach Ball too?
They were somewhere on vacation. I don't know.
Okay.
But Costco was with you in Denver.
Yeah, he was.
Fucking Denver bastards. Anyway, we were down to 9. Woost, uncharacteristically, I heard, bunted on us a lot. Shout out to Jackie. She had an amazing bunt that scored a double on her and a 2 RKI, I think, off of it, something like that. I went and had lunch at the Roost today, and Jolly had a shout out to our whole team. As after playing with 9, we fought real hard. It was 7-5 going into the 6th, and they scored 7 on us in the 6th. And that was it.
That'd be a tough team to play down a fielder.
Yeah. They just took advantage of our rover shortstop spot. It was hard for me to play 3 positions, basically, so. But
So I lay the blame at the feet of all the people that weren't there. What the fuck were they thinking?
I think that's the blame of the entire weekend.
That's right.
It's fucking Denver's fault. That's the problem.
You're on my shit list, Cosgrove.
As long as you weren't at Buzz Beach Volleyball, whatever that crappy concert was. That just means you have bad taste in music. That's all that means. Yeah, it's lame.
Our center fielder,
Totally lame.
Okay, you're at a mountain, fine.
Yeah.
I was on a mountain.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was on a mountain.
Hobbs Park, Game of the Week, 9 o'clock.
This was fun.
Screamers, 5. Where's my pitches, 6.
Another good
Another
game.
one.
This is a good, fun game, I
Yeah?
thought. I had a good time with this game.
I blamed myself for starting early.
Yeah, what was that about?
I apologize.
So.
What happened in this game, people? Fill me in. I was not here.
I'll tell you a couple of things that happened is that twice the bases were loaded, and in the beginning, both teams screwed up. No, I'm serious.
Always positive with your assessment.
No, I'm serious. You figured with the bases loaded, you're thinking, okay, you get one run, it should be just fine. The first time, Jason Free was bases loaded, he kicked over towards the second base, towards shortstop side. And it gets caught, and then he gets doubled up on the second base, double play. Then the other one by Where's My Pitches, it was bases were loaded. I think it was Mike was kicking there, Taylor, and I don't know what type of kick it was. He was full swing, but went like 2 feet. So the ball went over to third base and went to home plate. And some sort of like double play or something like that. It was home plate, and then Cameron got tagged on the leg for the second out, and then Vaughn going to third base almost got hit going from second to third, so almost a triple play. So it's some really weird stuff's going on at bases were loaded, but I'm sure Taylor has more things.
It could have been a really good triple play if I would have known it was only 2 outs and not 3. I was like, oh, we're done, and I started walking away.
Yeah.
I will say that we really fucked up, well, not me, my dad. Maybe this is why Happy Shirt lost, because he was trying to coach, because he told my brother to bunt when the bases were loaded with 1 out. That was really good. And then Jason didn't know that it was the 9th inning and there were 2 outs. We have that nice scoreboard, though, so.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're behind on the outs, so you never know.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk?
Okay.
It was accurate at the time. That's all.
I just wanted to say that the ladies on Where's My Pitches really dug them out of holes multiple times.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. And also, I would like to apologize to the rest of John Brown for being the only team that lost our game.
Thanks, Chelsea.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, time to move on to some discussion questions. But first, thanks again to Rick for having us at the Jazz House, 926 Avenue. Also to our sponsors.
Score some damn runs this week.
Our sponsors, Johnny's Tavern, Leafy Greens, Hillary's Eat Well, Repetition Coffee, and Finlay at Athletic Republic. Okay, time to get into the fun discussion questions for the week, which is why Jason Barr is here. Also.
That's right. I'm also here to promote my podcast. Listen to it. The A&E podcast with Jason Barr. That's really why I'm here. There you go.
First discussion question. Who are the best or your personal favorite shit talkers in the league? Or hecklers? Seth, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to my co-captain, Tori, on this one. Because Tori gets so freaking mad all the time, but he never cusses. He will not cuss. He says, gosh dang it. He says, gosh darn it. He says,
is he Roy Williams?
He doesn't cuss. Yeah, I don't know. So he'll undress you verbally, but he will never even say damn it to you. It's great.
Weird. Coog.
I think you're confusing shit talking for shit.
There is only one as far as shit talker that I can know of, and that is my fellow Jason, Mr. Barr, to my right. It's got to be. He does the weirdest things and so forth. When he plays catcher, he'll basically face right the kicker and just look right at you and either what are you gonna do and blah 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 and so forth. Sometimes he'll stick your ass right into your face as if he's mooning you. Oh, he'll do that when he was playing catcher. Now nowadays, I don't know if he still does that. No. When he does, I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? It's like so forth. It's going to tick me off, and so forth. Although I've known Barr for a long time, I know it's all in good fun. So for me, it's my fellow Jason, Mr. Barr.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Barr.
Ben, who do you got?
I'm going with out of the stands and onto the team, Janelle, all the way. She knows exactly what to say, who to say it to, and how to say it. So it makes it difficult to say anything back, but it just gets under your skin
She is a total dick.
I remember,
I love her.
And in the semifinals between Happy Shirt and Chalmers, it was so bad towards Justin / Subes that he basically was kicking, basically give her the number one signal right behind her to both Janelle and Lindsay Massey.
As a tag team, they're unbeatable.
Oh my God! I was saying next time during the playoff, I'm thinking to myself.
I was teammates with
geez.
both of them when we were on, let's see, what was it, Sun Creations and First Blood. So yes, I have been on both sides of the shit talking.
Oh my gosh.
Both on their team and then when we played Red Lion last year.
Yeah.
On the receiving end.
Yeah.
So
she brought her.
You would not give her time or day.
All the A material was brought.
Oh my gosh.
Kathy, who is not here this week, she is at a Chevelle concert.
Another concert?
At a what concert?
Chevelle.
Okay, nice.
And she's still passed out in a porta potty at Buzz Beach
she
Ball.
is. She's been locked in that porta potty for 3
I'm
weeks.
starting to think Kathy doesn't actually exist.
She was here the first week.
Yeah.
So,
Or was she?
Dun, dun, dun.
It's her hologram. She wrote Chase Ownby and Mike Tiffany, both of Sacred Sword. They are kind of ruthless at times. So.
Tiffany's one of the biggest shit talkers on Facebook, that's for sure.
And then for me, I have Joel Kelly and also Robin Cotton, who I fucking love when she shit talks. It's great.
Joel did some fun shit talking with me while I was reffing first. I wasn't even fucking playing.
Yeah, exactly.
I called him out on a close play at first. He just generally asked, "How old are you, man?" Might be time for some glasses. I don't know. Really polite about it.
What are our parameters for shit talking? Are we going on volume? Are we going on on annoying qualities? Are we going on?
It's anything, whatever you want it to be.
Okay, I'll pick annoying, and that would be Derek. Next.
All right, Alex. Man, I thought back in the day, Tango, man, Brennan Hangour he used to have some pretty good ones in the stands. If you got him, once he got wound up and he was really throwing them out there, I've seen some people their heads just popped for sure. But I do specifically remember when I was at the height of my terribleness in the league, someone paid me to go to the Love Garden game, and then I heckled him, whoever, I can't remember now, but someone actually physically melted down and would try to fight me. I'm not even playing for the team. They just paid me to come heckle for them because they knew.
It was probably Phil Mitchell who melted down and went after you.
And yeah. And then,
Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, do you remember the game of the week when I was reffing?
Oh, and you told me to chill.
And I was like, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I've known you a long time. Don't make me kick you out of this game.
Bar, you walked out, or do you remember when you said, Bar, I really like you? Don't make me kick you out. And I was like, I'm not. And here's the deal. I wouldn't go really blue. You guys have cursed more on this podcast than I've ever cursed while I was heckling usually. But it was it was nonsense. Some of it was kind of gross, but it was generally meant to be esoteric and just get in someone's head.
Esoteric?
In this bizarre, I'm
You're the Andy Kaufman of
I was fully in people's heads. I'm serious. I'm saying
Descartes of shit talking.
It was dark. It got weird.
Which is why it was hilarious earlier this year when
I thought
you
it
were
was
repping
obvious. Yeah.
the Leafy Greens game against
Yes.
Wildman.
Yes.
And someone was talking shit from
the stands, and I thought for a second I might have to kick someone out for trash talking. And I just turned around, I was like, dude, you need to chill. Do not look at, you don't know the joke, this is why everyone's dying, but I'm over here chastising you. Because you hit, this is a new low. Yeah, I almost forgot about that, that was amazing.
Oh, that was one of the best moments I've ever had.
Calling the kettle black.
Yeah. But I've changed my ways. I learned that, I had to grow up, I stopped drinking, and it wasn't fun. And then everyone knew that it was going to happen. So when I showed up the next season, every single team I played was like, yo, motherfucker, I'm ready for you, you little bitch. And I was like, and so all I did is show up with WWJD bracelets and just troll them the other way. I would just run up and give them stuff and be like, I'm praying for you. God's working on all of us.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, and then so people just didn't know what to do. They thought I was sanctified. I was just coming with them with the heat and the love.
That really was a fun scene.
That was amazing. And then after that, everyone's like, well, I can't, you can't, look, I'm 2 steps ahead of y'all. You can't troll a troll. Come on. I mean, I guess you can, but I'm not paying the toll.
Oh, this has been my favorite discussion question so far.
Pretty good.
All right. Number 2. Do you have any superstitions or routines that you do before or during games?
I don't have any personal, but we have to get our good, Let's Go Growlers Grr in there. That's a relic, I think, from 2002 when the team started. So
Yeah.
I don't have any part in that, but yeah, we do that one. That's all I got.
Yeah. Coog?
I have 2 superstitions to know. Before each week, I always drink 2 little pints of milk. And the reason why I do that because
What?
half pints of milk.
Seriously, it's like
half
it's seriously like 100 degrees outside, and you're fucking drinking milk.
I know that up with like a bunch of hard-boiled eggs.
Are you 6?
Half pints of milk. This is true. When I was playing with the Brew Ballers, I was running the first, and I almost like pulled a muscle, and I'm almost like. I was like dying. I was like, crap. I was like, what's going on here? And
Maybe you should drink water.
True, I do drink water. But ever since I drink 2 half pints
why
of
milk?
Milk, yeah, and it actually helps me like with lactic acid. I don't like pull a muscle.
Oh, okay.
And my second superstition is each week I wear a different hat each week.
Huh.
Yeah, if you notice me, is that a different hat?
Well, of course it's true. He does it every week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Why your team's so bad?
I know exactly.
Yeah, pick a hat.
That was a lot. No, it's true.
Pick a winning team's hat and wear it.
I mean, I have like 10 different hats. So I wear every year, like Michigan, Florida State, Oregon.
Now he's listing his hats.
Dude, I'm gonna line up a sponsorship for you and get you a hat from the Dairy Farmers of America.
I probably should, yeah. So those are my 2 superstitions there. So, yeah.
Ben?
I try to fast on Friday so I can be fast on Sunday, I guess. And drinking, I suppose. That's about it. I'm not a super superstitious kind of fella.
I didn't think I was superstitious, but then I like really thought about it and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I do a lot of the same thing. I wear basically the same like outfit every fucking week. Like I wear the same underwear, shirt, shorts, socks, and shoes every week. And then I get to the field.
Do you save your underwear for Sunday? You don't wear it during the day?
I wash
during the
them.
week?
I have more than 7.
All right.
I also like get to the field at about the same time every week, and I have I stretch, I run around, and then I throw, and then I kick. Yeah. So it's the same routine every week, and I didn't think I had one, but yeah, it's the same thing. And then I also yell out in where the plays are at before every play. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my routine and superstition. Go ahead.
I don't really have one. We had a team chant that we changed this year, and now no one can remember what it is. It has something to do with fuck shit up in it. I don't even remember, but that's the only thing. Jeremy gives us a pep talk, and then we do our chant that nobody knows what it is.
All right. Bar?
You know, if I get to the game on time, I'm feeling good. Like, lately I feel like I've been in dad mode, so I'll roll up in the van and I'll take a little extra time to fill up like the cooler with ice and water.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like the team mom now.
Yeah.
So I try to like fulfill all that. We have like orange slices and all that other stuff.
Yes.
Got to make sure your head is in the game, you know?
Yeah.
I've been eating that, since we've been at Holcomb, I've been eating at that Cane's chicken place right before. So I try to get like extra full.
After the games that we had at Holcomb, I did a routine where I went to fucking Popeyes after the game. So
yeah, that's a good routine. A routine of self-hate and
yeah, exactly.
Globalism.
Since you're bringing oranges anyway, maybe think about bringing a couple pints of milk with you.
Yeah. I definitely. I pour it directly on like where it's strained. I don't drink it though. I just pour the milk on the strain. That's about it. I don't have any fancy things. I mean, you know, other than just trying to. I pulled my back out, putting like suntan lotion on right before a game this year. So, like, pretty much my life's going great.
Okay.
And kickball's just making it better.
My favorite about this is how did you throw out your back?
Well, originally it happened because I was moving a plant, but then a week later I bent over to put sunscreen on right before the game, and my whole back fully snapped. He was right there. He saw me. I was frozen on a bleacher, just sort of like awkwardly like for like 30 minutes,
like a penguin.
Absolutely, yeah. I could not move. And I just played my second game like last week. Like I just couldn't play for like 6 weeks. But I was there DJing every game. You know, you gotta be there for your people, but I guess I make a mix. I make a mixtape. I always DJ every game we play. Even if someone else on the other team has a boombox, usually they like submit and they're like, we get it, your jams are better, your taste is superior. And then I'm like, that's right, now I'm not gonna troll you and like yell at you. Let me listen to my damn music and be high. Yeah, so that's cool.
Okay, third discussion question for this week. With the loss of Happy Shirt this week, will we ever see a win streak in the history of the KVKL like the one that Happy Shirt had? Seth?
As long as we stay in the 5 division play, 5 rank play, no way. That's too many close competitive games in a row. Yeah. And you think about how many clutch games Happy Shirt pulled out at the end through the course of that streak. That's unmatchable to me.
Yeah. Coog?
The answer is no. I mean, 35 wins in a row. I mean,
2.5 seasons.
There are some teams in this league haven't won 35 games, period, their own existence. I won't name them, but I'm sure it happens. But anyway,
That's probably more wins than Asteroid Head has total, for real, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe so. But the fact that Happy Shirt, they get every team's best shot each and every time, and for them to pull it out is absolutely nothing short of phenomenal. 35 games win streak, no. Maybe a losing streak that long, maybe. Only the longest I see the Pirates, like 26 games back in 07 to 09, maybe. But otherwise,
Yeah, that one was just as long as Happy
Happy
Shirt's win streak.
Oh my gosh, the Pirates.
Yeah, they were not good.
Brutal.
Ben?
No way.
Yeah.
This is like the 56 game hit streak of kickball. It's not going to happen.
The hit streak, it's not gonna fucking happen.
Perfect circumstances, perfect time.
Cosgrove had called it, like he didn't say that, like he did say that he didn't think anyone was gonna go undefeated in rank play, and I truly don't think it now, especially since Happy Shirt is since they went down this week.
Yeah.
The only team that I think that may do it is Channel 6.
Yep.
But
again, against Free State,
especially with KTC too. They still got to go through KTC. They still have to go through us.
Yeah.
It's just like all these teams look like they might be capable of beating each other. Like, this is even more
I'd be
closely
really
matched than we
surprised if
thought.
a team goes 4-1.
Yeah.
In the ones?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, with the doubleheaders the way that they are, and with you guys playing 2 doubleheaders in the span of 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
That's why I said I'd be surprised if a team goes 4-1. So, Matt, what do you think?
I don't.
Yeah. Bar.
Try not
No,
to.
I don't think. I think that was a fluke that it lasted as long as it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely seems rare. I mean, considering how long I've been playing, I've yet to see anything like that.
Yeah, it's awesome that it happened, but
Is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I definitely do have like a ton of respect for the fact that they took everybody's best shot for 35 games.
Yeah, man, I like it.
So that's awesome and should be celebrated. But
The game is made better by having legendary teams, I think.
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely.
Amen.
And the fact that they've only lost, I think, less than 10 games in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, like think of that, like the big Bill Self and the Big 12 record.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just insane. Moving on. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Johnny's Tavern, Leafy Greens, which is Hillary's Eat Well, Repetition Coffee, and Athletic Republic. Also a big thanks to Rick and the Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts.
You know what? These 4 new teams, this makes a good day. You could get up and get your coffee, and then you can go out for veggie burgers, and then you can go work out with Finley, and then go get drunk at Johnny's.
Yeah. There you go.
That's awesome.
That is a hell of a day.
I think that's a win.
Can we organize like a charity run?
Oh, we should do like a pub crawl of all the new teams.
It's like a new team crawl.
Okay, should we talk about some predictions for next week?
Why not?
Okay, going into the Pick'em Challenge, Cougar, Kathy, and Ben went 2-1. I went 3-0. I don't even know how.
Because you took the red legs.
Yeah, I was the only one who took the red legs, and then Matt finished 1-2. So on the season, Kathy is 10-8, Cougar is 11-6, Ben is 13-5, I am 13-5, and Matt is 9-9.
Yeah, down the middle.
Yeah, right down the middle. So let's talk about the games for this week. Week 7, YSC 1, 5 o'clock, Woost versus Chalmers's. Bar, who do you got?
Chalmers's.
Matt. Same for me.
Salvador Perez's presents the Mario Chalmers's.
That is a mouthful. Coog.
I will go with Chalmers's by 4.
Seth?
I'll go with Chalmers also, and I think they're probably the only team that are going to go undefeated in their rank play.
Yeah.
Asteroid Head, maybe?
They probably out of... Yeah. But yeah, okay. YSC 1, 7 o'clock. Rats versus Los Matadores. Bar. Los. Okay. Matt.
I'm gonna go. I guess based on the scores from last week, I'm gonna go with Los Mats.
Yeah, Yeah, that's... Fuck it,
I
Rats.
don't really want them to, but
Rats, going Rats. Ben.
I don't know. Does that say more about Matadors or less about the Harpies?
Yeah.
I'll go with the Matadors. I've seen them play. They seem like they were pretty
solid.
good. Yeah, top half of that lineup especially is really good. And the Rats seem like a pretty competent team, but I don't know if they're good enough to beat Santos and the tiny Santoses.
Yeah. Coop.
Rats by 2.
Okay. Seth.
Los Mats.
Okay. Let's see. We got YSC 2, 5 o'clock, Hertz Donut versus Red Lion Seth.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good game.
it's gonna be a very good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good game.
I'm going to call the walk-off for the Red Lions. Is Chris Neverby back, or is he playing anymore?
He's probably not going to play till the playoffs come around,
Until
but
the playoffs?
I don't know. We got people to play for him.
Still calling walk-off.
Coop.
Boy. Red Lions by 3. Red Line by 3. Red Line by 3. Sorry.
That happens a lot.
Red Legs, Red Lion.
You know, I was thinking about this earlier. All of a sudden, I found myself like doing whatever. I was brushing my teeth or something. I was like, you know what? I'm all of a sudden super furious that Finley stole half of our team's name. 2 teams started with red. You can't do that. How are we supposed to go alphabetically now? Yeah, Red Elves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up. I'm gonna go Red Lion by 2, just because they're the home team. Sorry.
I think Red Lion's going to take it, but I think D-holes are going to come out swinging after.
Yeah, I think they're better than last week, which would have suggested.
Bar.
D-hole seem to just be sort of coming unhinged. So I think in this mania-induced
Like they got nothing to
rage,
lose.
yeah, I think they're just going to come out there. I think I'm going to go D-holes.
Okay.
They're going to go full D-hole.
All I know is I'm going to bait Bickle into screaming at somebody.
I got money on that.
YSC 2, 7 o'clock, first game of the Pick'em Challenge. Leeway Franks versus Bad News Bagels. Bar.
Oh, bad news. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Is that a crazy pick? I'm not sure.
A little bit.
Matt.
Okay.
I think I was gonna make a sex joke, but I think it's too crass. So, fuck it. I think that the Franks are gonna fuck the Bagels.
Wow.
Is that juvenile enough?
No, that works. I can picture it.
I think they're gonna toy with the bagel holes too. So I'm gonna go.
The show is so dirty.
I'm going to Leeway.
It's a family show, Bar.
Just like mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Ben.
Well, you know, I picked the Franks last week and they didn't disappoint, so I'm going to stick with them. I think Wiener's all the way here.
Okay, Coog.
I played against the Franks, a good team. The Bagels, nice little comeback as the Brew Ballers. Franks had a little bit more. I'm going to go Franks by 5.
Okay, Seth.
I'm going to go with my Darren Belt brethren and go with Bad News Bagels.
Cool. YSC 3, 5 o'clock, Johnny's Tavern versus
Battle of the New
Repetition.
Teams.
Yeah, Repetition Coffee. Seth.
I picked Johnny's Tavern in the preseason rankings to do really, really well, and they fell flat on their face, so I'm going to go Repetition Coffee.
That's harsh. That's harsh, Seth. I picked, Johnny's Tavern to win the 6s. Yes, Tim, I did. And I'll kill with that theme. And Repetition Coffee, nice win against Grandstand. Johnny's Tavern has something to prove. They're going to win by 7.
I know one of Johnny's best players is on the injured list.
Oh, Cody, yeah, he screwed up his left shoulder. Get well soon, buddy.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, with Cody Weber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeesh. Yeah, I'll go with Johnny's here. Beer over coffee, I guess.
Just because of the fact that Repetition has been able to put up some runs on good teams, I'm going to go ahead and say Repetition.
Yeah, I think this could be a really good but error-filled game.
Yeah. Matt.
I guess I'll go Johnny. I don't know. I can kind of go either way on this, but I'll pick Johnny's.
Okay. Bar.
So wait, Repetition versus John. Oh, well, boy, I'm conflicted. Well, I'll go with Johnny's because, man, that was my old haunt. I'm a no-law guy, man. Johnny's for life.
Since this dais is all sausage anyway, we should just pick all the teams that are euphemisms for dicks. Johnny's got him. Frank's got him.
YSC 3, 7 o'clock. Where's My Pitches versus Brew Ballers. Bar.
Ballers. Brew Ballers.
Okay.
Do you even know what we're talking about?
I have no idea. I don't pay attention to kickball.
What do you got, Matt?
I'm gonna go Brew Ballers. I think they're due.
Okay. I got Where's My Pitches.
right.
I think they're coming off that big win, and they'll keep rolling.
Yeah, I think I'm with you here. I'll go with Where's My Pitches too.
Cool.
I have read against both these teams, both Brew Ballers and Where's My Pitches. The Where's My Pitches have too much firepower. I'm gonna go Where's My Pitches by 4.
Okay. Seth.
Yeah, Where's My Pitches as well. Brew Ballers let me down last weekend.
Oh, but we strayed from our ethos there. We didn't pick the Ballers.
Yeah, I know. We're terrible at this. Okay, YSC 4, 5 o'clock, Love Garden versus Red Legs, which is the second game of the Pick'em Challenge. Seth.
This is also going to be another amazing game. I'm going to have to go. I kind of missed the Love Garden collapse against the Goats. I only saw them when they were on, so I'm going to have to stick with Love Garden and my boy Jake Friedman. And they have the potential to go undefeated in the twos also.
Yeah. Cool.
This was the pick between Red Legs and Squiz before the rank play to win the twos. Ugh. I picked Red Legs to win the twos. I'll sit with them, but Red Legs by 1.
Yeah, tough game. I'll say this one's 1 in the 9th. But I think there's a little something maybe to the conditioning for the Red Legs, especially in these 100-degree 5 o'clock games. So I'm going to go with them in the bottom of the 9th.
Damn it, I thought I was totally going to be a contrarian here and pick the Red Legs. But yeah, I'm going to go Red Legs here. Matt.
I think it's going to be a hard-fought win by the Red Legs.
Cool.
Love Garden by 8.
You're nuts,
I like it.
Bar, you're
The
nuts.
bravado.
That's a lot of
Bar
love.
gives no fucks.
Yes, YSC 4, 7 o'clock, Screamers versus Liberty Hall. Seth.
Man, let's go with Liberty Hall. I don't need another meme posted on Facebook from the Screamers when they win a game. So.
Well, Streamers came off a pretty disappointing loss where they had the chance to bomb 9th inning against Where's My Pitches, bases loaded. I think they have to carry over against a team like Liberty Hall. Liberty Hall, no offense, they need a walk-off to beat you guys. So, Screamers by 6.
Oh. Ooh. Man.
Yeah, I like Cougar's logic there. Liberty Hall beat the Greens, and that was it, right? And they needed the bottom of the last inning to do it. And although the Greens are coming along nicely, I think that the Screamers have had much better showing, so I'll go with them.
Okay. I think Robin Cotton shit talks them into submission. Liberty Hall by 3.
I'm going to go Screamers.
Okay. Bar? Liberty Hall. Cool. Holcomb left. 5 o'clock. Sacred S-Word versus Ghosts. Seth.
So the only time that I saw Sacred Sword play this year was week 1, and it was not an impressive performance.
Yeah, they were terrible that
they
week.
were not good, and they've been a lot better since then apparently. But I got to go with what I've seen and go with the Ghosts on that one.
Okay. Coog?
Well, Ghost and Sacred Sword had their signature wins. Ghost over Los Mats, and it was Sacred Sword. It was Sacred Sword. They beat Corksuckers. Thank you very much. Sacred Sword by 1. Yeah.
Can we do a new drinking game that every time you take a drink, every time Cougar goes,
We will be hammered before we get 20 minutes into the show. Especially when he talks about his team.
Yeah. That's like a case of beer right there.
Yeah, I think assuming everybody's back this week for the Ghosts, and after what happened this past week, you're going to see Apparition on a mission. Ghosts by 6.
Yeah, I got Ghosts.
Ghosts all the way.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Cool. Holcomb left. 7 o'clock. Last game of the Pick'em Challenge. Asteroid Head versus Grandstand. Seth.
I got to go with the Free State head brewer, Jeff Demon. Asteroid Head, big.
Coog.
It better be Asteroid Head big, otherwise Jason Barr, just leave.
Jesus.
I'm so kidding.
Retract your claws.
I
can take it. Ben.
Yeah, I think the big head sits down the grandstand.
You got Grandstand?
No, Asteroid Head.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? I got Asteroid Head. I don't think it's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good game, but I think I got Asteroid Head in the end.
I think Asteroid Head is going to win, but Grandstand is going to have more fun.
Okay.
That's debatable. I definitely, hey, I also have a very good on-base percentage, Cougar. If you go back and look, every time, I'm telling you right now, underappreciated in this league for my kicking ability. But not just for trash talk. Obviously, Asteroid Head.
Okay.
I think you should. I think you should even the matchup by giving them some kombucha too, though.
Yeah, to balance
Share the
it out.
bucha.
Balance it out. If anything, they'll be running to the bathrooms in like the 3rd or 4th inning. Holcomb.
Which name was the
Not because of the kombucha, though.
We stay hydrated.
Holcomb Right, 5 o'clock. Merchants versus Das Boot. Seth.
Before seeing the scores from last week, I would have gone Das Boot big, but watching Merchants put up 18 last week gives me pause. I think I'm going to still go with Das Boot, but it'll be closer than I would have previously anticipated.
Yeah. Coog.
Merchants does need to show me some, but Das Boot by 4. Go and say fuck you, Cougar. Go and say Derek. Say it. Say it.
I think Merchants is the team that I'm cursed to pick wrong every week. But I've missed them so many times when picking against them now. I think I have to take them in this game. Merchants over Boot by a couple.
I'm gonna go Das Boot. I think they're since they're the home team, and I think they have a better defense. So go with them.
I got Merchants all the way. Merchants of Death.
Merchants.
All right.
Can you do a death metal voice?
Close.
Pretty good. You really gotta say of death, though. Yeah. Don't do it now.
Next time.
No.
I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
Holcomb Right, 7 o'clock. Leafy Greens, which is one of our sponsors this week, versus Nick Lerner's, in air quotes, homies. Seth.
We got Nick Lerner. He's from Albuquerque. We got
Yes.
Rashad and Tony. Those are former growlers. I'm never going to pick against that team. Nick Lerner's homie's big.
505.
It's interesting logic.
I will be really honest with you. If the Nick Lerner homies don't beat Leafy Greens, we're fucked. We're so fucked.
Everybody drink. Everybody drink.
I know. My gosh. We better win this game. We better win this game.
You might need an escort when you leave here.
I know.
It's to come down to Jazz House after the podcast to see Cougar get the shit kicked out of him. Never seen so many vegetarians.
They're surrounding him as we speak.
They're super strong for making veggie burgers all day. They're gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, you guys have both struggled a bit this season, but I guess I have to go with slight edge and experience and pick the homies.
I think Jeff Hauber is going to have an error that makes you guys lose. So, Leafy Greens.
You're still Hauber off the team.
Matt.
I'm gonna go Leafy Greens, and this is the thing. If you can get a couple of runs up on the homies, the Cougar will just melt down. And he takes the whole momentum of the team down with him.
As soon as they go down runs, Cougar reaches critical mass and just fucking melts.
It's like the Wicked Witch of the West, but he dissolves it.
He's got to get a couple runs up on him, and then he'll implode.
Yeah. Bar.
Yeah, I might come out of retirement just to come heckle for you guys to get on. I'm serious. So yeah, Leafy Greens by 420.
420.
Challenge accepted, Bar.
Holcomb Gold, 5 o'clock. Channel 6 versus KTC. This is my game of the week. This is ridiculous.
That looks like a
Now, is KTC going to do drunken monkey fighting style again?
You can't pick against the team that just beat Happy Shirt. KTC. Yeah.
Okay. Coog.
Well, I don't know, Seth.
Oh,
It is
of
an
course
emotional
you would.
win for KTC. Granted, the way they, Happy Shirt lost not what they liked. I think Channel 6, they'll have something to prove. KTC, they're going to come down from this emotional high. I think so. Channel 6 by 3.
Ben.
These seem like very similar teams to me. Whereas I think KTC and Happy Shirt are a slightly mismatch in different areas. I'll go KTC in 11. They looked really good last week when they woke up and really wanted it.
All right. Okay. Channel 6 because I think they have slightly more power in their kicking.
Yeah.
So they have, if you look at them top to bottom, I think in terms of speed, they're evenly matched. In terms of kicking, they both can bunt, but I think Channel 6 has a little bit more power. Going with them. Matt.
I'm going to go KTC. I think they've beaten Goliath, and they're just going to keep on going.
Cool. Bar.
Channel 6.
Gotcha. So I think that's split, right? I think we split.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holcomb Gold, 7 o'clock. Corksuckers versus Jazz House. Seth.
I'm going to go with the Corksuckers because they used to beat us up pretty bad.
That was Rick.
I agree. I think Corksuckers have something to prove against a tough loss against Poshwash. We'll see if Jazz House still reeling from losing to Rats, unfortunately, again. I'm going Corksuckers by 4.
Ben.
Yeah, I think Corksuckers might be better than Rats. But I look for Jazz House to improve on last week's showing. I think they're a better team than getting shut out like that. So I'll say Corksuckers by 3.
Okay. I think Corksuckers are really a solid team, but I'm totally going to pander here and pick Jazz House, which is here at 926 and a half Massachusetts. Tuesdays, $2.50 almost everything. Thanks, Rick, for having us. Matt.
I didn't think you had it in you to pander like that. I was getting ready to do that, and you beat me to it, but Jazz House all the way.
Yeah, Bar.
Oh, yeah, of course. I love Jazz House. Jazz House.
All right.
The place I love. I vote for them.
Okay, Holcomb Red, the rare 3 o'clock game. We're making this up from last week.
Oh, yeah.
Muddy Waters versus Wildman.
So wait a minute. Muddy Waters has to play Wildman and Happy Shirt in the same fucking day?
Well, thanks for giving it away here. But yeah.
Well, you can't read the schedule?
Well, we were doing that one next. But yeah. Seth.
Wildman.
Coog.
Wildman by 8.
Ben.
Man, Holcomb Red is just going to be it's an appropriate name. It's going to be a bloodbath all day. 3 games against number 1 teams. Yeah, from what I've seen, Wildman's better, so I'll go Wildman by 5.
I will, of course, abstain. Matt.
I kind of think Muddy Waters maybe should just go out with like a kiddie pool full of PBR and some lawn chairs and just make a day of it. Because this is that's the roughest fucking day I've ever heard of.
Especially you have to play us and then come back and play Happy Shirt.
We're going to be mad.
Yes.
We're really mad.
Immediately afterwards, and it's going to be 100 degrees out the whole time.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm predicting Wildman.
Bar.
Yeah, I agree with whatever Matt just said. Except 420 only, no beer. Beer's for cops.
Beer's for cops?
Holcomb Red.
This is 1967?
5 o'clock, Happy Shirt versus Muddy Waters Bar.
I feel like we already answered this.
Oh, yeah, that's same answer, yeah. Same answer, 420 only. They should just get a kiddie pool full of weed and just chilling it,
Make a day of it.
Yeah, make a day of it.
How did you convince them
I
to
agree
pick
with
this
Bar.
date? Whose idea was this anyway?
Maybe they didn't look at the schedule. Matt.
I agree with Jason.
Yeah, okay, I got Happy Shirt too, Ben.
Yeah, see what happens to teams when they have to play 2 games
brutal.
on a hot
Totally
day.
brutal.
Second one, they're just spent against a good team.
Yeah.
Plus, it's going to be Unhappy Shirt this week, which we haven't seen in 3 years. Yeah, I feel bad for them. This is probably going to be 25-3 or something like that.
Coog.
The win streak starts at 1 for Happy Shirt. They'll win by 15.
Seth.
Speaking of unhappy shirt, I am not excited to ref this game. It is going to be contentious as hell.
Oh, you'll be fine, Seth. You'll be fine.
I actually don't think it's going to be that bad.
Yeah, they know how to talk trash to the refs. They'll give you a little bit.
Refs having a hard time. Holcomb Red, 7 o'clock, Free State versus Wildman.
Hey, it's
Bar.
I don't even want to be near this. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. It's so stressful. I'm going to say Wild Man.
Yeah.
Just to be safe, because I think Phil might stab me or something.
Yeah. I feel the same. I'm voting for Wild Man out of fear.
Yes.
I abstain, Ben.
All right, so here's the X factor. Not only are you guys playing your second game, but the team reffing your game is one that I just picked to lose to you. So you're going to have pissed off refs.
Luckily, these teams don't fight about stuff at all.
Right. Not that Muddy Waters would take it personally and, shit on you
I mean,
reffing, but...
we played, seriously, I played on, this is my 5th year on Wildman, and we've played Muddy Waters or whatever team name they are that year, every year that I've been on Wildman. So, we have a good rapport with those guys.
That's good.
Yeah, so it won't be as contentious, from our side at least, hopefully. But, hopefully. I can't vouch for anything.
It's been over a week since we got a warning from the board, so we're due for another one right now.
That's right. This is Tory versus Wildman.
Do you want a preemptive warning?
versus the refs.
Yeah. Should we get a decibel meter for this one?
Yeah, we probably should.
I'm going to go with Free State here.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
You're nuts, Ben. Wildman by, 10. So.
Jesus.
Didn't see that one coming.
What did you pick Channel 6 to do to us last week?
I picked them to kill you guys. Now I'm picking them to kill you. I'm sorry. There you go.
Seth is just feeding off of this negativity.
I now know why I got invited on this podcast today. So, CJ, I don't know if you remember, last time we played you guys was out at Cowser, way back in the day, and we were beating you for more than half the game, and then you guys took the lead late, and then it got...
Because no one could see.
Nobody could see, exactly. You guys are playing your second game of the day, so I got to pick the Growlers to win this one.
Okay, for those who don't know, Seth and I are both originally from New Mexico, so this is the Battle of Albuquerque right here. So,
the New Mexico Bowl. Yep, we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Blue Meth Bowl. Blue Meth Bowl.
Who can make a better
I'm from the south side, and we obviously have the better meth.
He wins that one.
Who's better at making brick buildings?
Yeah. Hobbs, undercard for game of the week, 7 o'clock, Rockets versus Goats, Bar.
Rockets.
Yeah.
My gut wanted to say Goats, but I'm not going to say Goats.
Are both these teams at full capacity? Do we know of any?
Whoa. We had Avery and Cosgrove nearly coming to blows out there.
Why nearly? Come on.
Save it for when Cougar walks out the door.
Yeah, save it for the game, guys.
I'm going to go Goats.
Okay.
Just because I'm terrified of Avery.
I'm going Ghosts. Goats. Oh, shit. Goats.
I expect the Ghosts to win that game.
Yeah. They will come out of nowhere and just win that game.
They're going to swoop in the 9th inning and take it.
You found the one bet that Vegas won't take. Take the team that's not playing. To my eye, anyway, the Goats looked angrier about their loss last week than the Rockets did. So I'm going to go with the Goats here for the retribution win.
All right.
Hate fuck kickball.
That's right. Hate fuck is a powerful tool.
That's pretty good logic there, Ben. So, Goats by 2. I don't know.
Seth.
As long as Shahir acts like he's played the game before, we're going to go with the Goats.
Okay, Hobbs, 9 o'clock, game of the week. Harpies versus Poshwash Bar.
I'm not happy
Bringing
about
shenanigans.
Oh, look, they're hugging.
Shenanigans.
Oh, Harpies by 9.
Wow.
Do you guys want to talk?
We got Stacy and
Stacey
Aaron
and
out
Aaron.
here, so what's going on?
There's probably going to be a Jello rain So beware of that.
Seriously, can anyone have someone on the sides of the stands and throw into the crowd instead of over the fence?
CJ gets left out every time.
Yes. We got you, CJ.
There's going to be a Posh Peddler, so bring your puppies for puppy treats.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe some donuts.
Okay. Sweet.
Basically, most fun wins. So
children in costumes, cotton candy.
So shenanigans is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like going to the
Shenanigans?
Shenanigans.
Did you say shenanigans? No, that's TGI Fridays.
Bar. Harpies?
Make us say shenanigans again.
Shenanigans.
What was the question?
Harpies
He picked
or
Harpies.
Posh?
Oh yeah, I picked Harpies by 9.
I mean, based on last week's score, Poshwash should fucking kill us, but we're going to be at 100%. We're going to have, so as long as our youngsters, as long as Bar doesn't get our fucking youngsters too stoned before the game, then we've got a fighting chance, because that's what happened last time we played Game of the Week. Why didn't you catch that? Huh? You haven't missed a catch all year. What are you, huh?
Since there is no Buzz Beach Bowl this weekend, I'm going Harpies. Ben.
Puppies over pies, I think, this time.
Okay.
Ooh, nice alliteration, too.
Coog.
I'm sorry. I thought puppies and pies. I got hungry. Sorry.
Jesus.
Was that an Asian joke? That was an Asian joke, wasn't it?
Drink, everybody. Drink if you're playing along at home.
Sorry. What was it? Okay.
That was fucked up.
I'm Asian. What do you expect? Poshwash by 5. Sorry.
By 5?
Jesus.
Right.
Seth.
Poshwash and a walk-off.
Poshwash and a walk-off. Bold.
Who kicks it?
Yeah, who kicks it?
Harpies have some young talent.
Aaron does.
Puppies have solid D's.
Let's go with Aaron Adams on the walk-off. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
It'll be fun either way.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Everybody should come out to that. I think that's it for the week. So,
Can we talk about Cougar's beard?
no.
Cougar's beard?
We're not talking about my beard. No, we're not.
Next week,
We're not going to talk about
You're right. I'm just lazy, Aaron. You're right.
So, all right, I think that's going to put a bow on the week. Thanks a lot for Jason Barr for coming out.
Thanks for having me. Don't forget to listen to my podcast, the ADD podcast with Jason Barr. It's free on iTunes.
What would Jason do?
Yes, what would Jason do? Thanks a lot to Seth, Supersport, Sanchez.
Ben Hudnick is so proud of that nickname right now.
Yeah, man. That's alliteration right there.
That's great.
Thanks to Jason Cougar Huang.
Leafy Greens in the alley now. So kidding.
Ben Hutnick.
Everybody that's going to be on the podcast next week has a homework assignment. Bring a woman up here.
Yes, yes. Matt Papa Pryor.
Hello, goodbye.
And CJ Cobra Kai. Goodbye, everybody.